And Anthony Manzano is scratching and clawing and doing everything he possibly can to get this question posted and asked, because he's put it up there about 50 times. So, Anthony, thank you for the persistence. Wholesome, with us having Coach Ishmael, do we move Coach Patke back to permanently coaching linebackers with him and then hire special teams coach or coordinator?
No, we still only had one spot. So all we did was hire Coach Ishmael and move Coach Patke over to linebacker. That's all we did. It wasn't there wasn't a big difference. Okay. All we did was just move one over. That's it.
There you go.
And Mark, I tell you this much. I got a little extra time today. I don't know if you do. I know you got a busy schedule. But we talk about
6 to 8 minutes. Keep going.
We talk about a couple of these coaches who deserve a pat on the back, and Jonathan Patke is one of them. Here's why. This is a very young coach. I think he's like 33, maybe even younger than that. All right. And the coaching ranks, that's like, you're still a pup to some of those like 70-year-old coaches, you know. And I'm 24 and I'm calling a 30-year-old guy young. Anyway, you look at what he has done here at Miami as far as in the recruitment of the Australian punter we have, Lou Hedley. Coach Patke led the forward with that and got him to come here. With him, Coach Patke and Coach Pop Cooney in communication with who was in the transfer portal at the time, goes on to win the best kicker in the world, Jose Borregales. Okay. Then you also look at what the striker position over the last 2 seasons has, the growth of striker at Miami. That's all Coach Patke and his assistants for special teams, which are GAs and QCs that are helping him on with the special teams margin of it. Coach Jonathan Patke deserves some much needed applause and great work for what he's done. The development at striker is huge. When Romeo Finley came in, he did well in 2018. Then there was a drop-off in 2019 to a certain extent with Gilbert Frierson. Right? But then in 2020, Gilbert Frierson was my team MVP based on my evaluation as far as what he did, being able to tackle an open field, being able to cover the alley fast, being able to cover running backs and tight ends. You talk about him being put on a lot of players. We made some adjustments, Mark. If your best player happened to be in the box, we put Gilbert Frierson on you. At first, let's look at Clemson, okay? The first half of the Clemson game, we had a linebacker on their running back, Etienne, and he breaks off that big one right before halftime. Okay, the second half of the game, we put Gilbert Frierson on him, and I wouldn't say he blanked him, but it was a completely different outcome and the result of how he was taking over the game. Okay, at running back. We played, who was the tight end we played? Virginia's tight end, who was giving us fits at first, all right? We had a linebacker on him. What do we do the second half? Gilbert Frierson goes on him. The second half, he has 1 reception for 3 yards for the rest of the game. Pittsburgh, their tight end and slot was giving us problems. Depending on where they lined up, we put Gilbert Frierson on him, and he was able to hold it down. Okay, so what I'm saying is, you had a coach who was able to take a former corner in high school, moved to safety in college, and then got over time realized he wasn't no too high safety, moving down to striker, and is developing him in a brand new system, brand new position at Miami. Keontre Smith was a middle linebacker in high school, coming here to play safety because he's 5'10", but then he gets moved over to striker, and he's almost just as good as Gilbert Frierson. Then we go out and recruit number 41, Chase Smith, who was a wide receiver, free safety, cornerback, huge athlete. Now we're able to identify them, recruit them, and then bring them in to fit this position to be coached under Coach Patke. So him moving to linebacker, I'm very intrigued to see how it works out for Miami, because what he's done on special teams, recruiting and on-field success, what he's done at striker, recruiting and on-field success, is big time. So he's the spotlight of the week for the host one goes to Coach Jonathan Patke. Last week was the Miami-Dade County, Broward County, and Palm Beach County high school coaches that I'm really pushing for them to start getting college coaching jobs. That was last week, whether it's at UCF, USF, FIU, FAU, Miami, Tallahassee, Florida, any one of them. Let's start giving our in-state coaches a chance. I don't know if AD will ever come across this video, but if they do, please look at home. And we're developing and really growing some great young men in high school ranks. They deserve a chance to take it to even another level at the collegiate ranks.
As the banner mentions there, we're on Patreon. So you got basically 3 reasons to join us on Patreon. One would be that you get watch parties, exclusive live streams, my predictions, college football, insider look, all that business. Number 2 is you get to request content and make recommendations, and you get a voice. And I'm big on that as the voice of college football, that we all have a voice, and therefore I listen to your requests and recommendations on the channel and everything else. And number 3, there is a host of people over there that just say, Mark, we don't care what you do. We're just going to support anyway. That's why we're over here, is just to support you. So I thank you for that. So consider Patreon. You grab the link in the description section where it says Patreon. And again, one more time, head on over to the Wholesome Ones channel. Check out the videos. Subscribe over there. You can see the obvious football knowledge, the breakdown, the investment into Miami football. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and that's why I invite him back here every week. And he's got a clean and blank slate to come over here anytime he wants to talk football. He knows that. Wholesome One, we appreciate it. We hope you're having a good week and have a great weekend. And we know you got a lot going on, so I always appreciate you making time for us.